43 minutes.
A win that saw 5 different Butler players score in double figures. A win that felt like a statement win, felt like a mid-season win. They're trying to continue that momentum today in this first ever matchup between Buffalo and Butler. Pasha Alexander at the controls right now had a triple-double in that game. First Butler triple-double since 2016. He's been such a poised point guard. DJ Davis kicks it to Alexander. Here's the ball movement they've loved. Came up short there on the jumper from Pierre Brooks.
Good job by the Buffalo Bulls coming out at the beginning, showing zone. They play a lot of man-to-man. They started off zone.
Stepping into a quick three. Sean Fulcher, the sophomore guard. And then this is going to stick with Buffalo at the other end. Thad Matta, the head coach for Butler, 459 career wins coming into today. That tallies out to about 25 wins per season throughout the course of his 18 years as a head coach. Not too shabby.
Oh, veteran coach, knows what he's doing. Has had a lot of success here when he was here a long time ago, obviously at Ohio State, and now back here for the second stint.
It's a Buffalo team that's relatively undersized in this matchup, but they get the offensive board there to create another opportunity. Trying to wiggle up a shot, and doing so is Chapman, averaging about shade under 16 points per game. He'll be very key today with Isaiah Adams, another one of their double-figure scorers, out. Again, on the Butler side, a team that had 5 players in double figures the last time out. Pierre Brooks is one of them. His three-point shot strong. So, Dickie, if you're Buffalo, you mentioned that zone. You trying to force Butler to make shots like that?
You're trying to force them to shoot contested threes, which they have done in the first 2 possessions. That's playing in the favor of the Buffalo Bulls.
Bulls come in at 1-7 on the season. Long three from Sable. Off the mark, they've had 9 different players start games so far throughout the course of those 8 matchups for Buffalo. Just 2 players, Fulcher and Chapman, have started every game. Pasha Alexander, another 3 off the mark for Butler, earning a second chance opportunity, having it blocked initially. That time was Thomas, had a 3rd opportunity, couldn't get it to go, and a slow start offensively for Butler here.
Well, Butler's settling for threes. When you're playing against the zone, you want to penetrate either off the bounce or penetrate with a pass to the middle. They're just settling for jump shots.
Nice late pass from Fulcher, but then a travel was called down low on a Buffalo team that's coached by George Halkovich in his first year. His Big East ties go back over a decade during his time at Villanova in a variety of different roles under Jay Wright, which started as a grad assistant way back in 2008.
Started from the bottom, and we're here now.
Yeah, there you go, Dickie. He is here living his dream.
Coach Halkovich is here.
His team gets the steal here. Chapman up ahead to Fulcher. Sable, Thomas come up from behind him there and had to quickly make an adjustment in the air that led to the double dribble.
Well, good job by Jalen Thomas not giving up in transition, get back and contest the shot. But right there, just turnovers. It's too simple. You got to get better penetration against this Buffalo Bulls zone. Now they switch the zone up to like a 1-3-1, dropping it back to a 2-3. They have a lot of emphasis on the guys on the perimeter, but forcing the jump shot.
Foul called down low on Chapman, who's about 6'8", matching up with Jalen Thomas, who's 6'10". But Chapman's athletic. Got called for the foul here, though.
Well, I talked about penetration off the bounce and not settle for jump shots. Pierre Brooks penetrates, nice drop off to Jalen Thompson in the foul. Beginning of the game, they settled for 3 possessions of jump shots and not putting pressure on the zone, penetrating the middle.
And it's a team, Dickie, as you see Lloyd McVay check in here for Buffalo, that with these transfers for Butler, 11 new faces, a lot of those bodies are physical Big East bodies, so you want them to use those bodies.
I mean, you're physically ready for the Big East. Impose your physical will on Buffalo. Attack the paint, get paint touches.
Here's the pressure, backcourt steal from DJ Davis. Now Brooks looking for the trailer. It's Thomas. Oh, had that rejected out of midair. What a rejection, then the save on the part of Anquan Bolden, who went flying through the air. He's one of their top defensive players.
Anquan Bolden, he is very high-level activity defensively. Look at the athleticism, the pursuit for the block shot. You love when your players show that type of defensive energy for the chase down block.
Anquan Bolden Jr., for a football fan, you might recognize the name. His dad, a three-time Pro Bowl receiver. Now Buffalo's trying to push it here. Thomas got back to contest the shot. Going up and under, though, is Williamson on a second chance, and Buffalo not backing down physically early in this matchup.
Good job by Williamson staying with his missed shot, getting the offensive rebound. He's more of a below-the-rim, undersized big, but able to get the ball up quick.
That time, Brooks had the three lined up, and they finally get one to drop.
Here, Brooks is just swinging the ball, finding the open guy. He's shooting 42% from the three. He's had good open looks, and he has the ability to knock those down on a consistent basis.
That modest team on the defensive end now, trying to stop the drive when unable to do so. Anquan Bolden, who's making his imprint felt on both sides. The freshman playing nearly 30 minutes a game. Just 8 games into his college career. Alexander with the spin in the lane. What a feed and dish off down low to Telford.
Posh Alexander is known for being able to penetrate the paint, and his vision and passing ability to deliver and set up his teammates like he did there. Paint touch with the interior pass for the bucket.
Alexander at 11 assists as a part of that triple-double that included 10 points and 10 rebounds as well last time out against Texas Tech in the overtime win. And it's stripped away this time. Telford on both ends. Trying to patiently go in, had it taken away by Fulcher. And now Posh Alexander says let's reset after the fast break didn't work out. Telford reloads from the corner.
The Bulldogs are a little sloppy right now. Look like they're a little disconjointed right now with their passing and their timing. Getting some tough, difficult shots that are coming up with bad misses.
Alexander nearly had the takeaway. That's one thing Butler felt strong about the chance up today, was getting steals. Second chance opportunities is what Buffalo's feeling strong about right now. And Williamson went up strong. This is going to stick with the Bulls.
Butler just getting out. The nice pass out to the open Brooks, penetrating the paint and kicking. And then look at Posh Alexander. The spin cycle and the finish. Butler up by 1.
Whew, you are busy. Working, parenting, problem solving. At New Chapter Vitamins, we've been busy too. Innovating, sourcing organic ingredients, testing them, and fermenting.
Fermenting?
Yeah, like kombucha or yogurt. And we formulate everything so your body can really, truly absorb the natural goodness. That's what we do. So you can do you. New Chapter. Wellness well done.
What I feel in my heart during the Subaru Share the Love event, it's just so rewarding.
We believe in love, not just our customers, but also our community.
And the Subaru Share the Love event is truly an example of that.
Over $285 million donated is phenomenal.
It absolutely sets us apart from all other car companies.
Right now, get a new Subaru, and Subaru and our retailers will donate $300 to charity.
Get 2.9% APR financing on a new 2024 Outback during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
Eggman and Saucy Boy. 2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Whoa, the new iPhone 15. With that amazing camera, I wish my family had them.
Zoe, you're an action star. Take action! Join T-Mobile and get 4 new iPhone 15s on them and 4 lines for $25 a line.
With that camera, I'll be sharing pics from the slopes.
You do not want to see yourself skiing. Yeah, I'm good at skiing. Your stunt woman is.
This holiday at T-Mobile, get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
What do you think of the jacket? You look like a marshmallow.
FS1 College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Back inside of Hinkle Fieldhouse, 1-point Butler lead. Nearly 6 minutes into this matchup. On a wonderful December night in Indianapolis, Dickey's formula for success time.
Buffalo, cherish the ball. You average 18 turnovers a game. That's your Achilles heel. And as you're building cohesiveness, just keep it simple offensively. And Butler, paint touches. Get it in the paint off the bounce or the post up. And you have the size, the physicality to dominate the boards.
You see Buffalo first-year head coach George Halkovich there. He got a text from Jay Wright this morning, just kind of reminding him of the values that they worked on for so many years at Villanova, that he learned under Jay Wright during his over a decade there in a variety of different roles. His team off to a 1-7 start, but developing as a younger group, not a lot of experience, and they played 5 teams with top 35 in the country level of experience. Long heave from Sable, nearly got a roll. Long rebound on the tap out. Finley Bizjack has checked in for Butler. He went down to the deck there. Connor Turnbull has entered the game as well. They got Chapman on the foul here.
Well, that's not good.
Second.
That's not good right there. Cy Chapman getting his second foul. That's not the way you want to get it. He's very important to the Bulls' offense. And now he'll be sitting for a while. We'll see how they respond offensively.
They're already down Isaiah Adams as well. Lob up here for Screen, who's checked in. Alexander, who plays so much bigger than his stature, created a second chance opportunity, but Butler couldn't cash in. And now, the first wedgie of the game.
Straight up wedgie right there, Jason.
Lodged in there.
Oh, man. We need to come up with some kind of, if you're a player and you shoot a wedgie, like, we need some kind of.
Is there a repercussion?
Yeah, we gotta come up with something, man, when you shoot a wedgie. I don't know if, like, you gotta go in the penalty box or something. We gotta create a wedgie box or something, like.
It feels like something you can't control, though. I suppose.
But you shouldn't be able to shoot a wedgie and then you get the ball back for this possession.
I see what you mean there.
You had the possession arrow in your favor. You should not be rewarded. Maybe that's when you go to the old school jump ball. Like they used to do back in the day, jump ball on everything.
Yep.
Like you start the game. Maybe when it's a wedgie and then you have to settle it with a jump ball. Nice penetration in the paint in transition. Posh Alexander finding Andre Screen, just rim running.
So Screen, you thought the big guys could have a good day today. Screen's at 7'1". Jalen Thomas has checked out. He got the start, as he usually does. Posh Alexander will now check out, and Landon Moore, their young transfer from St. Francis of Pennsylvania, will check in. He was Northeast Conference All-Rookie team last season. See Screen here, who came over from Bucknell. New face after new face for Butler this year. But they've played like a team, especially when you watch them pass the ball. It doesn't look like they've just started playing together. They did a lot of work over the summer when it came to team bonding and just building that off-court chemistry. Paid dividends in their last win over Texas Tech. Kanye Jones trying to drive past Turnbull, and he does with the kiss off the glass in the left hand.
You saw that quickness right there. That first step, that burst is what got Kanye Jones to the rack and be able to finish over the defender. It started from the face-up jab and the blow-by.
Andre Screen going to work. He's so patient in the post down there. Landon Moore, speaking of patient, good passing there. Turnbull at 6'10", can more than hit that three. This will stick with Butler. Here's that last layup.
And look at Kanye Jones right there. He just had a hezzy, just in place jab. He knew he was being defended by a big Turnbull and just took advantage of it on the perimeter.
Butler 4-0 at home. this season, trying to continue that trend, trying to extend this winning streak to 4. A team that's had a variety of different experiences so far. You look at the overtime win, you look at the loss to Michigan State, it was a 20-point loss. Meanwhile, they get Bizjack involved here, the freshman from Texas who hits just his second 3 of the year. Really good three-point shooter in high school. Still been searching for it on this level. Meanwhile, another quick drive, and it leads to a bucket from Fulcher.
The Bulls have an advantage that they have some quick guards that can move with speed. As you see, the strong move by Pierre Brooks. That's what you talked about, Jason. The physicality, and right there, Pierre Brooks used that shoulder strength, strong legs to finish in the paint.
I talked about his weight room routine earlier today. 6'6", 240. Looks like he'd be out on the football field.
Defensive end right now. He's built like.
Another quick drive from Fulcher. Back-to-back Sean Fulcher buckets.
Fulcher is mostly known as a scoring guard. He's using his speed and quickness to attack.
Yep. I was just going to say, Dickie, they're getting in the lane. They're not afraid to attack you. Those points in the paint we just flashed. 12-4 in favor of Buffalo. Screens, hook shot, just kind of went over everyone there.
And that's the advantage right there inside the paint. The size screen right there, just bigger and taller than Buffalo's Williamson, able to get that offensive rebound, use his skill to spin with a right-hand jump hook.
Fulcher's been feeling it the last couple of possessions. Nice play, though, from a fired-up Finley Bizjack. Buffalo continuing to stay in this game. Fearlessness in the paint from Fulcher. And Butler on the opposite side. Bigs feel like they could have a good day today. Andre Screen.
During Kia's Season of Giving Back sales event, give yourself the gift you've been waiting for all year. Like great deals on the confidently capable Sorento and the spacious Sportage. Not to mention offers on the all-electric EV6 and the fun-to-drive Forte. Visit your local Kia dealer. Get 1.9% APR for 48 months plus $1,000 trade assist cash on select new 2023 Sorento or 2024 EV6 models.
Some people just know that's not gonna fit.
That's not gonna fit. Really? No, I'd cut it in half and make 2 chairs.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
3-point lead for Butler, a group that hasn't lost yet at home. Nearly at the halfway point of the opening 20 here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. See the new Bulldog faces this year and the numbers they put up so far, Dickie, an immense impact from this group.
Yeah, when you're out here searching the transfer portal, which I call the free agency of college basketball, you have to beware, buyer beware. Coach Mata has put together transfers that are producing at a high level. He found the right ones. Obviously, Brooks and Telford scores, but Posh Alexander, as you see right there, when you open up the hood of this car, Posh Alexander is the engine. He's what makes this team go.
Jamil Telford told me Posh Alexander, he just uplifts guys around him with his passing, with his vision, with his off-court leadership. He had a word for the team at shoot-around today when they were closing things out. Meanwhile, Telford's in defending against Sable. Nice job to defend him there with that long arm of his. Now DJ Davis. He's had such a big impact. He had 25 points in 37 minutes in the win over Texas Tech. Landon Moore says, let's slow things down a little bit here.
The Bulls have come out of that timeout, switched up into a man-to-man. Let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage of it getting into the paint.
Bizjack turns the corner, tried to wrap it around for a screen. Gonna stick with Butler.
In for your Bulldogs, number 1, Jalen Thomas.
Now you get the center for center swap here. Jalen Thomas and Andre Screen. Thomas comes in.
And when you do the center for center swap, there's 2 styles of play, obviously. Screen, a more interior presence offensively. And Jalen Thomas, just the versatility inside and outside.
By the way, Jalen Thomas has something in common with you, Dickie. Both of your favorite shows are Power.
Oh, he likes
you
Power?
Guys are, yeah, you're Power guys.
Oh, man, I'm watching every episode of Power. I'm caught up. I'm ready for the next season of Power to come out. I just watched Power the Force with Tommy. That just finished this series right now, so, you know, I'm a Power fan.
We're going to find out what Jalen's favorite season is. That'll be our next task. He gets the rebound here right on cue. Now Butler maybe looking to push a little bit. Tells for it to Thomas. And is this going to be an offensive foul or a blocking call here? Looks like they got a block.
Foul on Buffalo's 14. Lloyd McVeigh first, the Butler team.
Yeah, that was close. McVeigh trying to get his position to draw that. He kind of leaned a little bit at the last second.
Official Evan Burrows was there to make the call. Thomas working against Williamson here and gets a nice roll.
Good execution by the Bulldogs. Simple isolation with Thomas versus Williamson. Thomas having the size, clear out, and he can attack the middle for the left-hand jump hook. I love when bigs can use that left-hand jump hook.
Boy, at the opposite end, Fulcher, Dickey, has had a really good start to this game and really kind of running that point guard spot. Nice wraparound feed down low there.
Fulcher finding a balance of scoring and distributing and finding his teammates. Williamson with a nice dive down the lane off the pick and roll.
Fulcher transferred from the JUCO level. Now he's guarding more here, and he just forced more into. They're going to get almost that hook with the arm offensively. So this ball's going back to Buffalo.
Look at the pick and roll. Classic pick and roll. Thomas comes out and helps on the roll. Nobody helps the roll man. That's DJ Davis's responsibility. And Williamson free and wide open for the left-hand layup.
Sean Fulcher's been at the heart of what's been a really good opening half so far for Buffalo. He drives here, goes off the high glass once again. Sean Fulcher not backing down. Fulcher with an early 8 points.
I have to mention again, Fulcher's superpower is his speed and quickness right there, and he's taking advantage of it.
Brooks trying to answer, strong on the three, still searching for his range from deep. Fulcher that time got matched up with Thomas down low, but Butler kicked it out instead, and now Fulcher and the Bulls all of a sudden have a chance to potentially take a lead with 8.5 to go in this first half.
Coach Halkovich has talked about how they've had slow starts. Right now, they're right here down one.
This is what they want to avoid, the turnovers. But Butler felt they had a good chance of getting steals today. Brooks rises and finishes easily.
The Bulldogs sharing the ball in transition, making the one more pass right there, getting it to the corner. Pierre, he sees an open baseline, which he's attacking with his athleticism. Fulcher just doing an excellent job right now, scoring the ball, using his quickness, getting it high off the glass, away from the shot blocker, and then look at this attack baseline. Strong body, finishing above the rim.
This is the all-electric Polestar 2. Now, with faster charging and an improved range of up to 320 miles. Enhanced performance with rear or all-wheel drive. And luxury design as standard. The all-electric Polestar 2. Visit Polestar.com to test drive and order.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA. relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
Then take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
KFC 2 for $5 wraps are back?
Now with the new mac and cheese wrap.
KFC wraps are back with a new mac and cheese wrap. Choose 2 for just $5.
During his time at Villanova on the staff in a variety of roles, George Halkovich was a part of 2 national championships, 4 NCAA regional championships, 7 Big East regular season titles. And he told us, hey, I'm used to our in the huddles because of all my time at Villanova. Well, we went inside of the huddle with him during his first year at Buffalo.
Guys, no, we're doing a great job of staying together. Sai's gonna be fresh second half, so is JoJo. All right, we gotta keep grinding right now. We're gonna rotate you guys in. We gotta keep fresh bodies right now when those guys are out. You guys got it? We gotta be ready to adjust on our situations here down here, right? We're white right now. All right, we might mix it up. All right, be ready to mix in our zone again.
And Coach Halkovich, he's doing what he needs to do as far as switching up the defenses. He's trying to get his team to understand we need fresh guys on a regular basis, and you have to be locked in because we're going to switch up defensively. But he's been able to be a student of the coaching game from one of the best, a Hall of Famer in Jay Wright. And to sit there for 15 years in all different positions and learn from Coach Wright, he's prepared for timeouts. He's prepared for this moment.
Josh Alexander off the steal here. Halkovich's team trying to get back on defense. The follow-up opportunity for Thomas is good.
And right there, you saw the Bulldogs taking advantage of the size again, attacking the offensive glass on the missed shot. And that's where the Bulls have to gang rebound, especially on the defensive board.
Halkovich's mentor, Jay Wright, as you mentioned, Dickie texted him this morning. Meanwhile, the drive here and a nice finish there from Jonavius Smith.
A.K.A. JoJo.
Yep.
JoJo coming off the bench, but one of the top scorers on his team, averaging 10 a game.
He played a year at Seton Hall in his sophomore season. He knows the Big East. Lob it up here for Thomas. Fortuitous carom right in the hands of Jameel Telford.
Buffalo was alert right there on the back door. You see they switched it up back to the zone. But after you're alert on the initial pass and you get the deflection, you have to secure to end the defensive possession off. They didn't secure the rebound.
Bolcher confidently into a 3. He's over the 6'10" and long-arm Jalen Thomas. DJ Davis trying to find a rhythm. Still looking to get him involved. Thomas had that shot blocked from behind by McVay, but then another follow-up from Telford, who's just sticking with it.
And that's an advantage you have when you have a combo guard wing who has the physical strength like Telford, and he can play inside and out. He can post up smaller defenders, but he can wedge his way inside and come up with offensive rebounds like he did.
Points in the paint are even. 16 of Buffalo's 18 have come in the paint. It's been their source of production. Kanye Jones, Orlando native. Falling away, well short, but yet another point in the paint comes along. Add 2 more onto that total.
McVay is out there on the court to just bring energy, come up with any type of energy play you can do, and he just came up with an offensive rebound. That's just icing on the cake for the Bulls. McVay is only averaging 1 point a game, but he's playing minutes because of his energy, his hustle, and his effort. And right there, just creeping the baseline. Bulldogs not getting the box out by Telford, and McVay taking advantage, getting in there and putting it back in.
There's McVay on the doorstep prowling that board. McVay played for the South Adelaide Panthers in Australia, where he's from. It's a late add in August for this Buffalo team. Sable hits the deck. Should be a tie up here. And arrow's going to favor Butler.
And those are the ones that hurt. Coach Alkovich just looking at the situation. He already talked about the turnover issues that they have. He talked about telling us, Jason, about how they have to come in this game and take care of the ball.
Ball didn't stick on that possession, Dickie, and that has been when Butler is at its best. A little different than last year. When you and I watched this team together, this year it feels like it's fun to watch them pass.
Yeah, last season they had a lot of ball stoppers. To have the number of new players you have, transfers, be able to develop some cohesiveness early and move the ball on a string has been able to help all of them offensively. You saw 4 guys are averaging in double figures with that 5th guy real close. That's because they share the ball and they move it quick.
Posh Alexander, you see on your screen there, is currently 4th among Big East players in assists per game, a little over 5 per game. Had 11 last time out. Got to credit Buffalo on their play in this opening half and the intent of getting into the paint. 7-point game inside of the final 5 minutes of the first half here at Hinkle. Crossover here from Anquan Bolden. Nice pump fake, and it's going to lead to a couple of free throws.
And Bolden's known as a defensive energy guy, a defensive playmaker. But right here, he's shown in his game, and more than just this possession, of being aggressive offensively. He's an attack guy when he decides that he wants to take advantage of the opponent offensively. He's trying to get to the rim.
We got to meet Anquan earlier today. George Alkovich had every single one of his players come over to us and shake our hands and at shoot-arounds. See, they were talking about Villanova and George Alkovich being on their staff for over a decade. Villanova taking on UCLA Saturday night. That'll be a fun matchup.
I wonder how that conversation goes in the house as Anquan is growing up. Is it football or is it basketball? Is it football or is it basketball with having dad? You can see the interior passing right there. And tail forward to Thomas on the baseline with a nice dunk.
Thomas, a 5th-year guy, played his high school basketball at U of D Jesuit in Detroit. Meanwhile, the dip into the lane, another smooth finish from a smooth operator.
And that was all, that was all created because of that initial quick crossover by Fulcher.
Davis's pass tipped away by McVay. His second steal now up ahead to Jones. And all of a sudden, Buffalo has made this a 3-point game. The opposite way, Alexander, quick answer.
And there's an example of what you talked about, Jason. Alexander playing bigger than his 6-foot stature. Just raising up over the defense, able to bring the ball around and finish in transition. I like how the Bulldogs got scored on, but they hurried up and got in transition quick.
Dickie, that felt like a leadership moment, like a we need this run to stop now and get a bucket type moment for Alexander. And he has kind of assumed that role for them. 3 on the shot clock here for Fulcher. Leading Buffalo in scoring so far. Couldn't get that long heave to go, but it created a long rebound. Now it's pinballing around. Alexander wants it, couldn't finish. What a job to get back from Jones. Not sure if he caught a piece of that, but it's sparking him at the opposite end now. 5-point game. Jones, no hesitation. DJ Davis ripped it away. Leaking ahead is Alexander once again. And this time a foul. And he hit the deck pretty hard there on the baseline. Hope Alexander can get up here. Hit the decks pretty hard. Again, that was The initial maybe catching a piece of that from Jones. Then at the opposite ends, he was able to finish. Back and forth we go.
It's Kentucky Fried Chicken night.
We heard it was chicken night. Oh,
We're gonna need more chicken.
On in.
Make it a Kentucky Fried Chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up box.
I always love this time of year.
Shop K's big holiday sale. Savings this big won't last long. Only at K.
Are you sure you can handle this?
You know I've always loved technology.
I get that tech has always been your thing. But why this?
Well, this technology protects the world, and I want to be part of that. So, Dad, what do you think?
How does he have time to visit everyone in one night?
Well, he has VIP parking.
And how does he know if I've been naughty or nice?
He sees everything.
Everything? Let me guess. He's got lots of storage, too. And that's how he does it.
The electric BMW Road Home sales event is on now. Lease the 2024 BMW i5 you drive 40 for $719 per month, now through November 30th.
Pierre Brooks, leading scorer on the season so far for Butler. The three-point range, they get it down inside and out, Biggie, this season.
Oh, he's just penetrating the baseline. He's using the physicality, finding the seam to attack, and his teammates are sharing the ball with him.
He had the 2 seasons at Michigan State prior to transferring in. Told me earlier today he's just feeling like he's playing so much freer, feels comfortable, and they put a lot of time into that in the offseason as well. Really a great kid on and off the floor. Told me his favorite class right now is film, culture, and criticism, where he critiques films.
I like that class.
Multifaceted mindset. Don't forget the Jeep halftime report coming up. First half stats and analysis. Preview of tomorrow's game. What was your favorite class, Nicky?
My favorite class?
Yeah.
In high school, it was, I took a graphic designing class and a television production class. Those were 2 of my favorite classes. In college, my favorite class was,
I was going to say design-oriented. You're always bringing the fire with the suits. It's always mapped out so well. Pocket squares.
I love the design part.
The shoes.
You're absolutely right.
The pants are coordinated.
Providence didn't have like a fashion design class, but
would have been all you.
I would have been right in there. Hey, look.
Extra credit.
Fashion design 101, 102, 103, and 104.
That's what I'm learning from you right now.
No, you
in the advanced class now, did you?
You come with the fashionable wares yourself. Today is a blue day. I see we.
Color coordinated as per usual.
We got 2 blue teams playing, and we came with the blue.
Butler up 6, 2:10 to go in this opening half. 2-possession game.
This is a situation where Buffalo needs to get ball screen with Fulcher, let him attack the basket.
That's worked out well for them. This time they go with the 3-ball from Anquan Bolden Jr. Josh Alexander speeding the opposite way. Bizak thought about the 3, then opted to drive. Thomas lost it, just sneaking in there was Fulcher. A robbery down low, and now he can reset things.
Yeah, that's a good job. Keep it simple. And when you look at it, they're only down 6 points, and they're playing well without their leading scorer, Cy Chapman, who got into foul trouble, and we haven't seen him since then.
Fulcher. That'll be out of bounds.
Butler basketball.
This Butler team at 6-2 on the year, the 2 losses to Michigan State and Florida Atlantic, and now we may have another situation here, a different sort of being stuck.
That when you get the ball stuck like that, you really need to. It seems to be some repercussions for that right there.
Yeah. You almost to see here tomorrow on FS1. We've got a great game coming your way. 12th ranked Texas taking on Tyler Kolek and 8th ranked Marquette. Shaka Smart going up against his former team. That all tips off tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern on FS1.
When you get wedgies and you get the ball stuck up there, you definitely need to be in the Hall of Shame for the ball of shame.
But I almost want to see, that's when you almost want to see a 7-footer come out and just try to jump up and tap it out. But they went to throwing the ball up route there. Alexander probing in the lane, kicks out, Bizjack. Both teams have struggled from 3 today, and it's been congested in the lane for Butler. That's been an issue down low, trying to find what they want. Credit Buffalo, that defense that they've gone with, the zone has worked out today. 7 turnovers apiece.
Absolutely, and Bizjack has gotten himself in trouble a number of times, just penetrating with no purpose.
So if you're Buffalo, you'd love to make this a 4-point game here. Maybe even 3. Bolden steps in, that's a long 2. Short, tip out, and now shot clock is off for Bosh Alexander, but Thad Mott is saying, let's go. Bizjack about as open of a 3 as Butler has had all night, and he drills it.
But just the awareness of Posh Alexander right there in transition. Clock running down. Posh would compose.
They're 1-7 right now, working through a lot of youth. Lineup changes. 9 different players have started, but haven't played like a 1-7 team on the road in this matchup. DJ Davis, we know what he can do. At 25 points in their last game. Still searching for his first points in this one, though.
Buffalo doing a good job again, starting off the half with the zone defense and forcing the Bulldogs to shoot a contested 3.
They said, we're going to force you to make you take that shot. So far, Butler hasn't been able to hit it consistently. Trying to get it going here. There it is, Pierre Brooks. He was shooting about 42% from deep on the season. You know, eventually they're going to go down if he keeps taking them.
Well, Pierre Brooks, he just stepped right into a comfortable 3.
At the opposite end, a test at the rim, and Jalen Thomas passed the test. DJ Davis kicks it out. Telford Story. Davis nearly had the steal. Now he does. Taps it away to Telford. That's what they worked on in shoot-around. The pinball at the opposite end, though, off the glass. And ultimately, Telford gets another second-chance bucket.
Telford just staying with his miss, but a good chase-down block by Chapman. Not giving up in transition defense.
Zy Chapman, the leading scorer for Buffalo on the season out of players playing today. About 16 points per game. Now a second chance opportunity the other way goes in the Buffalo favor for Anquan Bolden, who just sticks with plays.
And that's just the activity by Bolden, the energy that he brings, chasing down loose rebounds.
Nice smooth 15-footer from Telford.
And right there, that was an example of how you score against a zone. One of the ways to score, penetrating the zone with a pass, just finding Telford right there in the free throw line area.
Telford, a guy who scored over 1,000 points in 3 seasons at Northeastern before transferring, one of 11 new faces for Butler this year. Quick, crisp outlet feed. DJ Davis still searching for his first points. Bosh Alexander, right place, right time. Now open, spot up 3. Second 3 of the half in the first few minutes of the half for Pierre Brooks.
And that's why Bosh Alexander had a triple-double last game. Chasing down rebounds, sneaking them out, but once he gets the rebound, just under composure and finding his teammates stepping in to knock down 3s. And right here, 3-ball, corner, pocket.
Someone in this room stole my autographed basketball, signed by the 1948 All-Star team. So I've called in a specialist, an ease specialist.
Okay, let's start with what we do know. Geico makes it easy to bundle coverage for your car and home. Yeah, even precious sports memorabilia.
What a relief. Let's get back to charades.
But I was also going to crack the case.
Well?
I'm pretty sure it's true. Me?
It's easy to bundle your home and car. It's easy to Geico.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun? On the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Pretzel Baconator.
Pierre Brooks with a couple of early triples in this second half. 42% on the season, a part of a 10-2 run to open up this second half of play. Look at the Big East preseason poll where Butler was selected versus how they're playing. They're trying to tell people, hey, this didn't add up based on what we think we could do this year.
Yeah, no, this coach's poll is not indicative of how the Butler Bulldogs have been playing, the talent that they have collected from transfers. I just visualize the Marquette Creighton UConn situation going to be those top three. But Butler, that 4, 5, 6, I see that fluctuating throughout the Big East season. I see that as a musical chairs of those 3 spots. And Butler is sliding into that chair in the first round now. In the first part of the season, as well.
Butler's first Big East game will be against Georgetown. That'll be on FS1 Tuesday, December 19th. Here at Hinkle. We were here when they played Georgetown last year. Georgetown won that matchup.
I really like Bolden for Coach Halkovich. Bolden as a freshman, I like that piece as what Coach is building here. This is a talented freshman, physically coming in with a mature body, has the athleticism, giving you some defensive playmaking. And look at his dad. I wonder if his defensive playmaking could have stopped his dad as a receiver, if he could have been a defensive back.
The backyard matchups, him growing up, maybe developing that footwork against the 3-time Pro Bowl receiver. Not a bad training ground, right?
I know Dad's watching this game right now. He just heard what I said. He's like, he's probably sitting there shaking his head. No way he would have been able to stop me from catching touchdowns.
Antoine Bolden Jr.'s defense has looked excellent in this game today. E.J. Davis, there's his first bucket. He was looking for it, knew he'd find it eventually, coming off that 25-point game last time out.
The good thing about this Bulldogs team, they have a variety of guys that can put the ball in the basket. So if one guy's having an off night, they still have Telfor, they still have Pierre Brooks, Jalen Thomas.
It's a great point and so important to have, because naturally throughout the course of a long season and postseason, guys are going to have off nights.
Yeah, and you see DJ Davis known as an elite shooter. But when you're an elite shooter, you make guys run at you like McVay, and now you can attack the closeout, which DJ did, getting in the paint with the floater.
He tries to make 500 shots a day in practice. Meanwhile, fast break developing. It was a 3-on-2, and Pierre Brooks finished it.
You have to love playing with a Posh Alexander. He's so unselfish. He could have went up for a layup, just making the extra pass. You have to love it. That gives your guys more energy to run in transition and make themselves available to score.
Drive from Jones, attacking the rack.
Kanye Jones.
There is some words exchanged as he went back down the floor. 18-point Butler advantage. A statement jam there from Jones. Butler trying to find an answer back on this end.
Jones wanted to let them know about it too.
Yep. Telfort's offensive game, so patient. Take a look at that jam again.
Kanye Jones just off the ball screen goes and coming through with a nasty, emphatic dunk. Look at the explosion. He sees the defense, playing above the rim. Hashtag special delivery OMG.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
Wow, thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm gonna be just like you.
How about right now? Yes. How about another slice, sport?
Thanks, Dad. So tasty. Gee whiz, Justin Jefferson's having a great day.
Just like this father and son.
JJ's gotta have his Little Caesars. Try stuffed Crazy Crust for only $9.49.
Pizza, pizza.
iPhone 15 Pro for your husband. Carolers. To tell me you want a new iPhone, a better plan's Verizon.
This holiday, turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium, Apple TV 4K, and 6 months of Apple One. All three on us. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Well, we said earlier, we got a fun one for you. Saturday night, Fox Primetime Hoops begins as at Mbona and UCLA take on Eric Dixon and Villanova. The biggest games, the biggest names are on Fox Primetime Hoops Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Looking forward to that one, Dickie. Saturday night, Fox Primetime Hoops kicks off. You see here George Halkovich in his first year as head coach for Buffalo. Spent over a decade at Villanova in a variety of roles. You see here grad assistant is where it started. Video intern, video coordinator, director of basketball ops, assistant head coach. I mean, he was doing other things too, driving guys around, picking up lunch at times, just ran the gamut of experience. And now that's culminated in living the dream that started back in 08 when he was a grad assistant.
Yeah, and like I mentioned at the beginning, started from the bottom and now we're here. And this is a prime example where Coach got it out the mud.
Yeah.
Started as a grad assistant, chipped away at each level. The biggest thing is he learned the coaching landscape. He learned all the intricate parts that goes into coaching a team with all those positions. And now with his opportunity he has here for his first season as a head coach, he knows how to direct and guide his staff to handle their business and all the pieces that they need.
And you see some of the Villanova imprints with this team that you pointed out. They want to get that 2-foot jump stop down.
Yeah.
Villanova 2-foot jump stop.
You saw them in shoot-around today working on the penetration or the attack with the 2-foot stop.
Sable shovels to Fulcher, who's been really the operator of the offense so far. Kanye Jones has discovered some confidence of late. Who can find this rebound? Ultimately, it's Landon Moore, who's on the court right now with the fellow point guard in Posh Alexander. They wrap it around, and Thomas with the slam.
And that is an improved piece of Telfor's game. Last game he had 7 assists, which was a season high. But that shows how they share the ball. They're not forcing shots. Just getting that penetration. Again, another paint touch, making the defense come over and finding an open teammate.
And conversely, on this end, they're making it harder and harder for Buffalo to get in the lane cleanly. 6 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Alexander defending Jones. Forced another tough look.
Very good defensive possession. Everybody on the string, moving, switching, contesting shots.
Thomas down low again, another easy bucket. Dickey, maybe another opportunity here. Lead starting to expand for Thad Matta to test out some different lineups. You see Landon Moore on the floor with Posh Alexander right now. This Butler lead is at its largest, 24. And the passing has been key.
Well, it's the holiday season, so sharing is caring. And you see right there the nice attack by Telfor, sharing the ball with Thomas. And again, DJ Davis, a scorer, but they see where their advantage is in the paint. Thomas has the height advantage, length, and they're force-feeding him, and he's delivering.
The festive season.
Very
dishing
festive.
out gifts.
Thomas being the beneficiary on back-to-back possessions. But again, Posh Alexander sets the tone for this team. I think it's been infectious. It spreads among his teammates. They want to share the ball. They know when he has the ball, they keep their eyes on him because they know it could be a quick opportunity for them to score. I remember playing at Providence, we had a point guard, Abdullah, and all he did was make sure we got the ball in the right spots and score. He took care of everybody. Posh Alexander reminds me of that same situation. You love playing with guys like that.
His teammates, again, they just feel like he uplifts everyone on the team. Bolden, stop and pop. Rebound for Andre Screen. Able to box out Smith there. Beat it to Screen, working against McVeigh. And they give McVeigh the clean steal, his third of the game.
Buffalo needs to find a way to get Sable an open look or get the ball to Chapman. Those two guys have not been involved offensively in this game.
There he is, right on cue. Chapman able to drain down that fadeaway. Just 6 points for him on the day.
Sable and Chapman having quiet games. They need those guys to really bring offense.
Sable 0 for 4 today, trying to rediscover a groove he had a couple of games ago. Meanwhile, in the corner, a three is buried by Bolden.
I really like Bolden's upside. I mean, he's physically ready to play college basketball. He has the speed, quickness, athleticism, and he's showing some potential offensively right there with the shooting and the attacking the basket.
Landon Moore trying to answer, couldn't. Smith. Lefty floater that time. Bizjack corrals the board. Another guy who's been able to get a few more minutes today for Butler. Dual rejection at the opposite end. Now the question mark, can Buffalo turn it into points? Chapman able to navigate his way in.
And now you see Buffalo has strung together some good defensive possessions and have capitalized it on the offensive end. Buffalo right here utilizing their defense to create offense, but most importantly getting Chapman involved, and he's sharing the ball with Bolden knocking down three. But here's their lead scorer, Chapman, with a nice left-hand finish.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You clock in for happy hours, late nights, regulars. Because you don't just carry kegs, you carry the night. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Whenever you're hungry, there's a deal on the Subway app. Buy 1 footlong, get one 50% off in the Subway app today.
Now that's a deal worth celebrating.
Man, what are you doing? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app. The Subway series is getting an upgrade. The new number 33, the Teriyaki Blitz, with double cheese and teriyaki marinated meat.
It's like a perfect steak spiral in the double cheese coverage.
If you say so, Peyton. Who knew the Subway series could get even better?
Getting him to brush is no longer a chore. The sink is overflowing onto the floor. Luckily, American Home Shield is there to fix or replace covered parts of appliances and home systems to help you stay on course and budget. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Butler up 17, 11:47 to go, but their head coach Thad Matta trying to keep the details clean. Let's go in the huddle.
Hey, we just came up with 3 in transition. Here, we just came up with 3 in transition. We're not running hard enough in transition. If this ball gets ahead of you, you got to be sprinting to get back. No 3s in transition. That was your first.
One of the important parts of transition defense is getting back and locating shooters in transition. Coach Mata says no threes in transition. You know what threes in transition do, Jason? It gives the other team momentum. It lifts them to be able to change the momentum of the game, especially when a team is trying to come back.
Again, up 17, but you want those details to be as clean as possible down the stretch. Posh Alexander cashes in on the first free throw.
Yeah, because when you're playing against a team that is down and you have a commanding lead, the team becomes desperate defensively. They try to get active, energized, and they're trying to find any kind of shot. And transition threes, as well as giving up offensive rebounds to kick out threes, are dangerous and help a team come back quick.
Three at the opposite end falls for a Buffalo team that struggled from deep today. Cy Chapman, who's shooting a shade under 30% on the season from long range, knocks it down there. 15-point game.
Now just imagine if Cy Chapman was available in the first half and not in foul trouble. He's come in the second half with instant offense.
And Buffalo also without Isaiah Adams today, who is perhaps their most versatile scorer. Chapman hit the deck there, has to reemerge. Bolden cut off on the baseline. Found McVay in the corner, though, and back-to-back Buffalo trays.
Look at the energy McVay has brought this team. This is a guy that only averages 1 point a game. Last game didn't have any points, any rebounds, but he gets minutes because of his intangibles, hard work, hustle, and energy.
His brother played for Nebraska. He's now a pro in Australia. Here, Brooks tried to sneak a feed to Posh Alexander. The passing, the threes, it's starting to step up here for Buffalo.
It's a lot of bright spots that coach can see. The passing right there, that's called a baseline drive to a baseline drift McVay. And he was just locked, loaded, and ready with the exaggerated three. The follow through for the three, I mean, those are the things, if you're not locked in, this league could cut down into single digits quickly.
That time McVay got called for a foul down low. I mentioned Isaiah Adams being out. That's when a guy like McVay needs to step up. Someone needs to step up, and he's doing that today.
Yeah, that's an easy call right there, smack on the arm. But I love McVay's effort and energy right now. He is playing valuable minutes and coming up with big plays. He had the steal in the first half that translated into a fast break. 2 points, he's hitting threes, he's boxing out. That's the energy that you need.
Current Villanova head coach Kyle Neptune said George Halkovich, the first-year head coach for Buffalo, is an outstanding tactician and superb when it comes to game plans. They've pieced together a good one today. Butler had stretched this lead out. They're trying to stretch it out again, but it's getting tougher to do so in the paint.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Halkovich is trying to make sure they're alert on that.
Brooks sees it. Tees up a long three, well short, and that's going out of bounds.
Big possession right here for the Bulls. Patience, keeping it simple, and executing right here in this possession could get them to potentially single-digit deficit.
Drive from Jonivia Smith, blocked by screen. On the flip side, it was a big defensive possession for Butler, and Thad Matta's team comes up big on that end. Moore kicks it out. Davis had time to set his feet. This will stay at this end.
Well, you can look at Andre's screen. This is a 7'1", 255 big, just playing it up high and able to block that shot. Screen in the best shape of his career in college basketball. Got hit in the mouth. But he's in the best shape that he's ever been in college basketball. He provides some interior defense for this Bulldogs team.
Teams have tried to kind of put him in pick-and-roll situations, but like you said, when he's in that shape, he can move right with them. Meanwhile, a block down low, skying that out of the air was Smith. And now that comes closer back to Smith. Butler student section calling for a defensive stop. The fade from Chapman, and the Butler student section gets that stop they were asking for. Can they get a three at this end? Bizjack. Tie up for the rebound. And a tie-up called. Let's look at that block again. This was Jonivia Smith.
Jonivia Smith just going up there. Security. Protect my house. He's just using his length, his anticipation, and his athleticism to go up there and block that shot.
So possession arrow gave it to Buffalo. Now again, another opportunity, Dickey, to pull potentially within 10, maybe single digits here. Sable looking for his first three. Short, but the rebound, and they are within 10, thanks to the bucket from Cy Chapman.
Buffalo is lucky to be where they are right now. They had 3 possessions, and they got it done on the third one to cut that lead down to 10.
Buffalo today, 3 of 18 from 3. Butler on the outside, just 5 of 22 from deep. So neither team has been able to hit that three-point shot, and it's almost kind of been the equalizer in terms of Buffalo staying in this one and now enforcing their will over the course of a 15-1 run.
Well, you can't dribble the air out the ball. Again, you want to be efficient and you want to look for a quality shot. Right now, Chapman has been getting things going.
Had an opportunity to get within single digits, but Telfort the steal. Up ahead to Pierre Brooks. Thomas. Heady play from Chapman there to throw it off of Thomas. And this is going to Buffalo when we come back.
Just Chapman just working in there, clearing it out.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how small the show is. Because anyone can have a dream, but you have what it takes to chase it. You are fighters, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
Honey, have you seen my cell phone?
But don't just imagine.
My park came to life?
Ooh, a plot twist.
Use STEM to build, create,
She did it.
and change the world.
Who's with me?
I'm more of a 2 feet on the ground kind of guy.
It's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Family feast, all worries forgotten. Broken fridge with food that is rotten. Holiday cheer for everyone. This blown fuse is no fun. Singing deck the halls. Leak in the walls. Luckily, American Home Shield is there to fix or replace covered parts of appliances and home systems to help you stay on course and budget. Protect what you don't expect. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Buffalo has trimmed this Butler lead down to 10. Let's go inside of the huddle with their first-year head coach, George Alkovich.
Hey, one possession at a time. We don't need to make it all back right now. Guys, we got to know they're still pressing us. We can't just turn and run the floor. We got to get to our press spots. All right? Need passes. All right? You guys understand? Be strong with the ball. We got to keep sharing it offensively. We get in the lane. 2 guys guard us. Move it. Play up our shot. All right? Even you.
This run that was 15-1 has brought them back into the game, Diggy. Take a peek at what they've done here.
Yeah, Buffalo's only down by 10 now, but Chapman's gotten involved. McVay with his energy knocking down shots, and then just being active. Chapman saying he's a little tired, but he's using his last little bit of energy to come up with big rebounds and to cut the lead. He needs a little break right now. You saw him grabbing his jersey. But Coach Alkovich wanted him to stay in the game. And that's when you got to suck it up. But Coach is right. 1 possession at a time. You have the ball now. A little bit under 8. You're down 10 a lot of time. 1 possession at a time.
What I love about that huddle, you hear him talk and shoot around about setting a standard, setting a precedent. You can hear him vocally, the energy in a huddle like that. And now his team has an opportunity to cut it to single digits. There's a foul called on Thomas.
And right now, if you're Buffalo, here's what you have to really be focused on. Take care of the ball. You're averaging 18 turnovers a game. It's important that you cherish the ball, like I mentioned early in the game. Second, remember you have Chapman on the court. You need to get Sable involved and try to create an open three for him. But get a quality shot in this possession.
Let's see who they go to for it. You talked about Chapman, but he got cut off on the baseline. Led to a turnover. Potential numbers for Butler. They take the long three. DJ Davis has that logo range. That one was off the mark, but then they're going to keep this with Butler because Jonivia Smith inadvertently stepped out of bounds.
Well, that last possession, Telford, you saw Chapman trying to bang Telford down, but Telford too physically and strong.
Yeah, right here.
No, that was a little close.
It was close. Davis, athletic balance along that baseline. Again, couldn't find the range. You see his frustration after that one. Hasn't quite had the night he's looking for. 1 of 7 from the field. And meanwhile, a foul called on Posh Alexander. He didn't like that.
Bulldogs 5. Posh Alexander is second and the third on the team.
Talks about it with Evan Burrows.
And Coach Halkovich is playing only 8 guys. 7.5, so Chapman's a little tired. He has to suck it up. It's getting to the critical point of the game. And this is where you may have to take a little bit more time on the clock to get a quality shot. Let Chapman get some rest on the offensive end so he can deliver for this team.
Bolden's been big. Sable's still searching for a shot. 4 on the shot clock for Fulcher. Late feed down low and a foul called. And now a free throw line opportunity for Buffalo to pull within single digits.
Can you say in the nick of time, Fulcher with the shot clock winding down, late clock, this is why you need a guard like Fulcher who is quick and can make something happen in late clock situations. He attacks, makes the defense come over, drops it off to JoJo now for a chance to knock down 2 and cut this lead to single digits.
Jonivia Smith cashes in on the free throw. And a good free throw shooter on the season, 11 of 15 entering today.
And here's a transfer from Seton Hall last game, 14 points, 6 rebounds.
He hit both. 8-point basketball game. 6:45 to go at Hinkle. Butler hasn't scored in a little over 5 minutes, Dickie.
Well, the energy in here is real low right now. I know it's rainy outside. I know this is a late night game. The team needs to bring something to get this crowd going.
We said it's not always easy to come off such a huge win. They scored 103 points in that OT win over Texas Tech. The floater goes down from Jamel Telford. And that's what they needed, something to stem the tide and break that run.
Well, when they needed a bucket against Texas Tech coming down the stretch, Telford was the guy to deliver. Some way, somehow, he finds a way to get into the paint under control.
Sable drills at 3 at the opposite end, able to end that drought he was in. Went 0 for 8 from the field in the last game. Hadn't hit up until that one. He can get hot in a hurry, makes it a 7-point game.
Took him 14 shots in the last 2 games to make 1, and that's all you need in your shooter, to see it go through the net.
The opposite way, the gem from Jalen Thomas. And back and forth we go. And now a timeout called by Thad Matta.
Telford just has so much composure, physical strength, but he lives right there in the free throw line area. But Sable, 14 shots to finally see one go in the hoop. We'll see how that plays out next possession. But no help side by the Bulls, which leaves Thomas wide open in the paint. Good pass. This Butler team has shown the ability of the traditional Butler team where they have precision on their passing, on time and on target, and you see that help them get easy buckets.
Butler scored at least 80 points in 6 games so far this year. Last season, they only hit the 80-point mark 6 times all year. Today, Dickey, 80 points might not be the case, but you got to win in a variety of different ways throughout the course of a long season.
Absolutely. This Butler team this season is averaging 83 points a game. They're almost 20-plus points from what they averaged last year. But again, it comes back to the transfers that they have brought in. All those guys can score and they know how to play.
See Thad Matta intense and fired up with his directions on the sideline there. 5:42 to go for his team, trying to will their way to a victory that's gotten a little hairy here at Hinkle down the stretch.
Well, you're coming into what you call the critical, that 5-minute mark where now each possession becomes even more critical than it was earlier in the game.
Buffalo trying to get this inbounds in. They do. Meanwhile, Chapman with a runway to the rim. And couldn't quite put the finishing touch on it, but he's got a couple of free throws on the horizon here.
You see the talent that Chapman has right there, just under control, able to handle ball in transition and not turn over. And then look at the athleticism. You can't teach that. Just to open up and take off and be able to maneuver the ball with his left hand.
As he was on that break, Dickey, it felt like as a defender, you never really knew if he was going to pass or shoot.
Well, he had the right pace. That's where you play with pace. When he was coming down the court, he wasn't out of control. But the Bulls are going to need every free throw right now to continue to chip into this lead.
Chapman, 65% free throw shooter, and he wasn't able to hit either of them.
And I call that an empty possession. You get to the free throw line, you stop the clock so you can be able to score without the time, and then you come up with an empty possession.
Then at the opposite end, Butler makes you pay in the form of the Pierre Brooks easy deuce off a nice feed.
That was just good execution by the Bulldogs off the flex cut to get Pierre Brooks an open layup.
Pierre Brooks averaging about 13 points more per game than he did a season ago at Michigan State. That team continues today. They nearly get the steal. Sable wants his second three, cashes in.
I said when a shooter sees it finally go through the net, it could be trouble, because those next two looks, the rim is like wide open, and you see Sable right there had a wide open look and knocks that down easily.
Sable grew up watching the movie Hoosiers with his dad Mike about 100 times. As that wasn't able to go, and Telford taps it in on the back end. We talked to Sable at shoot-around earlier today, and he didn't know that some of the final scenes of Hoosiers were filmed here. Made him even more excited for this game. All of a sudden, he's knocked in back-to-back threes. Chapman wants to add on to that party, and does. Back to a single-digit game we go.
And again, I'll just say, if Chapman wasn't in foul trouble in the first half, this game may have been a little bit different, but still, he's stepping up in his second half, coming off a 20-point game last game.
Been a resilient effort from this Bulls squad. On the road, 1-7 so far. Butler, 74-2 over their last 76 non-conference home games.
Well, again, Jason, you have Chapman and you have Sable. They finally got those guys going. Get it back to one of those two guys to create an offensive look right here in this possession.
Couple of big possessions. Sable's feeling it. A rebound from Telford. Up ahead, Brooks right at Sable, using that big body of his. 6'6", 240. Couldn't put the finishing touches on, though. Bolden to a cutting Chapman! With authority, makes it a 5-point game. Buffalo used a 15-1 run to get back in this. Now they have a chance to cut the lead potentially to 2. They'll go for the 2. Fulcher hit the deck. Butler knows it. They might have numbers here.
And I understand Fulcher right there, just trying to find a quick basket. But you're going against the trees when you get in there. You still want to make sure you're getting good shots.
Landon Moore, Butler essentially has 2 point guards on the floor. That led to a patient possession that Jamil Telford finished off with the floater.
Did you see the pace he played with? He's not in a hurry. He utilized the shot fake, made the defender have to jump. Under control, getting to the paint.
The turnover. That's what Buffalo wanted to avoid. Telford, he got blocked from behind. What a track down block from Jonivia Smith. Then the steal. Posh Alexander. Second chance is the charm.
Posh Alexander just finds a way to come up with big plays. In that game against Texas Tech, he came up with big game-winning rebounds. And right there, the game seeming to get away from Butler a little bit to keep that lead. He comes up with a big steal.
What a sequence. Three in the corner from Fulcher. Couldn't hit. That should be an over-the-back foul. It is. Thad Matta and Butler felt they had an opportunity to get some steals today. That was about as hectic of a sequence as you could ask for, but it turned into Butler's 2 points at the end of the day. This was the dunk from Chapman. 9-point game.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold.
Silver vans are going for more right now. Should we?
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up. You think? We just get 2.5%.
Now!
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Big Ten fans, shop Rally House for the best selection of Big Ten team gear. From the newest arrivals to the most popular styles, there's gear for every fan at Rally House.
Jerseys, headwear, fit for a win. Shop the latest styles in the Big Ten. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House.
Shop in store and online at rallyhouse.com.
With Duracell, holiday magic comes easy. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because in the blink of an eye, they become moody teenagers.
I was supposed to be spending Christmas at Jason's. His parents are actually cool.
You only get a few magical holidays. Don't risk them to save a few cents. Trust Duracell.
In terms of scoring in this second half, these teams have been exactly even. Right now it's a 9-point edge for Butler, thanks to fending off a Buffalo run that pulled the Bulls within 5. At one point, Jameel Telford has been a key part of the poise and patience late for Butler.
Back-to-back games, Texas Tech, and now this game. Telford is becoming the guy who comes up with big plays, needed buckets, and it's just all in a variety of ways. Jump shots, floaters, offensive rebounds. But big thing, the most important thing, he's matching his distribution like he did last game with 7 assists. So he's not just a scorer, he's affecting his scoring, rebounding, and distributing.
Walking along triple-double territory there. His teammate Posh Alexander had a triple-double in their last game. Maybe taking some inspiration. You just have several guys on this team who can fill up the stat sheet. Telford is such a versatile game. A Montreal, Quebec native.
You know one of the biggest things, Jason? You're not going to speed Telford up. You see how he plays at his own pace? He's like that, and he's built like a running back. He's built like that third down running back to get you that first down.
He had to almost play defensive back there to tap it away, but it went back to Buffalo. And now the Bulls, if there's hope left, 90 seconds to go, this feels like a huge possession. Chapman didn't get a foul call, wanted it, and then there is a foul on the sideline. Sable will be charged here as Posh Alexander fell down.
And I would say Chapman has a legitimate complaint right there. That looked like a foul.
There's a lot of contact.
That was, that's a foul right there. Legitimate complaint. Coach Halkovich mad, trying to say to the officials, come on, man, that's a foul.
They wanted an offensive one there on Alexander, but they get the steal. So a minute 08 to go. See if they aim for a 2 or a 3. Butler wants a 3. It's almost as if he couldn't quite get his feet set the way he wanted to there. Didn't get enough luster on that shot. Buffalo might be thinking of fouling here. They won't yet.
I mean, you have to foul. You have to get up and pressure and foul.
Instead, an easy alley-oop dunk for Jalen Thomas. 6-0 run for Butler at the right time. Butler. Posh Alexander, been the leader of this group today, fittingly may have just put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I think that right there will do it.
It got hairy late for Butler, but these last couple of possessions might finish it off.
Posh Alexander throwing his 6th assist. A guy who just wants to make sure. I mean, he's just giving out gifts all game, man. I would love for him to be my secret Santa, man. He takes care of guys out there on the court.
So Cal coming up this weekend on Saturday. That's on FS1. Followed up by the Saginaw Valley State game. See conference play getting underway. Georgetown, your Friars, St. John's. But in the midst of a good 5-game homestand here, it's going to carry through that Georgetown game on the 19th. Buffalo, led by their first-year head coach, George Halkovich, who spent over a decade on the Villanova sideline in a variety of roles. They've done such a good job today. You see their upcoming schedule. It was a resilient effort from a team that, Coach told us this morning, what he's liked about his group is that resilience, their fight, their response. We get a first-hand look at that today for this Buffalo team.
Yeah, Coach understands, what it was going to be for his first year. He likes how his team responds. They keep chipping away. I think Coach is going to be able to get a lot of good stuff from today's game to keep building. And once again, he started off with a tough schedule at the beginning of the season, these non-conference games. But hopefully they build for conference play.
On the flip side for Thad Matta, we're still 11 new faces on this team, so different learning experience every day. Jonivia Smith, the board. Sable might carry some confidence into his next game. But for now, looks like Butler's going to be able to dribble this one out. Landon Moore being on the floor with Posh Alexander. Two guys that helped out each other a lot. Dating back to the summer